That's crazy. Milo just caught a nice fat trophy right here at this spot. What does a fat trophy mean? Well, actually a tiny little one, but a trophy I've been looking for a long time. And that is the stickleback. Trophy weight should be 70 drams. And that is really, really exciting. 70-gram Southern Stickleback. That's my goal. I want that one. I'll gladly take that one as a trophy because that one is still missing as a trophy. So that would be just fantastic if I could finish my 129th star here and with that finally finish the Southern Stickleback. That would be it. I've now put together my setup fine and clean with the thinnest line in the game, 0.04 millimeter thick. So super thin. Unfortunately, this line only comes in 100-meter spools. I would of course love to have a 500-meter spool of that. Then you could really go for big fish with it. 2.8 kilograms breaking strength, and then super thin 0.4 millimeters. Yes, and that's what's decisive, because there are fish that react more to the transparency of such a line or a leader, and there are fish that react to the thickness of the line or the leader. And here in this case, I'm of course fishing without a leader, only with the main line, 0.04 millimeter thick. That's what it looks like. It comes in two versions, two colors. That's why I'm testing two colors right now, one pink and one light blue. And we know by now, when we fish without a leader, without a fluorocarbon leader, then even the color of the main line has an effect. Or if we use a leader, then of course the color of the leader has an effect as well. Yes, and up there we see it, right? So 0.04 millimeter, 100 meter here on the spool, pink, 2.8 kilogram breaking strength, and the whole thing, as I said, also in light blue. So the whole thing is running here at a spot that in itself is already quite well known, one of the important spots here on Akhtuba for loach, and also again and again for the stickleback. Still, of course, they don't run here all the time, and you don't always catch them either. Right now, with this super fine little setup, I would of course be glad if it works out at some point with the stickleback. Oh, now I have to reel in a bit. There are gibble carp here too, always. That must be one. No, it's even a buffalo. That's a thing. Normally when you're after loach here, then you can also fish really well with bloodworms. Right now I'm completely on bark beetle larva. 5-minute line clip, so just casually thrown in here at the edge, not far out at all. And yes, with the different baits you can attract different fish here. As I already said, gibble carp come in here regularly, even up to gibble carp trophy on super small hooks and small baits. That happens anyway, because gibble carp here just keep coming in again and again in really huge numbers. It's absolutely crazy. But it seems that on bark beetle larva, not so many gibble carp bite. That's not too bad, because of course it's always, yes, there it is already. It's always a bit tricky when you stand here with such super thin line and 2 kilogram breaking strength, then such a 500 grams gibble carp really makes a scene. Come on in here. ID as well. Crazy what's all coming in here right now. But that's how it is. And now it really just means pushing through, right? Hoping that at some point the Southern Stickleback comes in. I'm just checking Discord again right now. We already had some info in the trophy haul, and also some other catches. By the way, the link to Discord is right below the video, and there you'll find, well, I'd say, one of the largest communities here in RF4 in the German-speaking area. It's of course a completely German-speaking Discord, but I think most of the information is quite easy to understand, even like that. And even if you can't write German, you can certainly write in English, and there are enough players who can answer in English too. Now I'm checking again. There really are, yes. Gecko also caught his trophy. Richie also caught his trophy. Pozenjub caught the trophy, yes. And even the next one. Even 2 trophies caught. Maurice also caught the trophy. Manchi caught the trophy, yes, insane. So it's really going hot here. Lots of trophies caught, all with 70G plus. And I of course hope that also for me, over time the trophy will come in. 26 Dree is already not bad. And yes, the whole thing may take a little while now, but I think if you really want to finish such a fish, then you just have to push through and hope that it bites. And yes, that's the key point, right? When there are such spots, such hot spots, then push through. They don't exist that regularly, and especially with such fish that are a bit rarer, then you just have to stick with it. Maybe just spend an extra hour, or come back here the next day though, and then just hope that in that phase, look here, 33G already good, that in that phase you can also finish the trophy. Right now I'm also testing, besides the different line colors, a size 22 hook with bark beetle larva, and otherwise I've got a size 24 hook with bark beetle larva. One could of course also go significantly bigger with a size 20 hook. Let's do that now. Then I've got 3 different hook sizes. The big question is always, with these tiny fish, from which hook size on does it completely stop? It's quite possible that from a certain hook size the fish don't spawn anymore, so to say, don't bite at all, and then of course you've gained nothing. Still, it always happens again that, for example, on very small fish like the 2-gun, that even on a size 18 hook or even size 16 hook, it bites, even as a trophy or super trophy. That happens. So that can always happen. That's why I'm testing really small and fine here, from size 24 to 22 to 20. The question then is, will it also work here on these bigger hooks? And if it works here, well then I'll of course switch everything to the biggest possible hook, so that at some point you can finish the trophy more easily. Well, look here, 61 dreen on size 24 hook. 61 drime, that's probably not one. Yes, the next gibble carp, but still good. 61 gram is already not so far from 70, and of course we'll gladly take that with us. Yes, so much for that. Now of course we still need the spot, and that is 113.109. So from base, you stay on the main island, that's always important. Just to this classic spot, right here is also the campsite. So walk from or towards the lake, or towards the campsite, and then just over the hill, and you're at this very classic place. That always works well for loach fishing. So if you're looking for it, that works here again and again. Always test again and again. With caddis larva and bloodworm, it works really well here. And I'll keep pushing on for this small or tiny little fish, and hopefully I can soon finish the next star. Yes, so much for that. Get yourself to the spot if you're still missing the fish. Test, test, test. Above all, stick with it when such a hot spot exists, and then it really just means hoping that the trophy comes in. So much for that. Thanks again to Milo for sharing the spot on Discord. And then we'll see, at some point this thing will drop in here. Tight lines until next time.